Good after morning. Way after morning.
Hola. Hi, Miller. How are you?
I am. That is what I am. I am.
You am what you am.
Yeah,
Your
Sam, I
Popeye.
am. I'm going to make sure we can see comments. I think there, we can even see comments now when people make fun of me. Yes. So, hi and welcome. How are you?
Okay, good. Hi, welcome. I'm good. How are you?
It's
It's
not.
Thursday.
It is Thursday. It's not Monday. It's Thursday. Uh,
You have something in your tooth.
hmm.
I
I
can't
was
let you
eating.
go on like that.
No, I really do. I was
I
eating
can't.
blueberries earlier.
I didn't see that when we were talking before. Did you eat something in between? That's still there.
That's really great. Talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back. You talk amongst yourself.
Miller, you better hurry up. I
I'm
hate
back.
it when you leave me alone. That's better.
So, welcome to the. Is it still there?
No,
It's
gone.
blueberry. Use a blueberry.
I'm proud of you for getting your antioxidants in, Mr. Miller. Good job.
Yeah, I was eating blueberries, so all of my fingers are still purple.
Good for you.
Yes, eating my antioxidants. So before we go very far, this is our disclaimer: is we are two realtors, and the thoughts and opinions are our own, and not necessarily the thoughts and opinions of anybody we may or may not represent or work for. And you should seek
Do
legal
your
advice.
due diligence.
Do your own due diligence. Again, this is our opinions and our own opinions. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't. And what's the coolest thing is sometimes we don't agree with each other, and then after a minute we're like, oh.
I don't even really know if that's ever really happened that we don't agree with each other, but I'll play.
I'm pretty sure it's happened. Well, yeah, when we were talking about lockboxes a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
So, I was thinking about that as we were coming on. Is we were talking before we came on live. We were talking about lockboxes and agents, and I know we really beat this horse. I guess it's not nice to beat horses.
No.
We talked about this a lot about local agents and out of town agents, but I see it happening a lot. So where I'm going with that is, what are the benefits? You're in Thousand Oaks. What would the benefit to a seller be? What would the benefits to a seller be if they listed with me up here in Ridgecrest? What is the benefit? Can you think of any?
It broadens their marketing platform.
So it broadens how? Tell me how.
Well, because you're marketing to a place that's completely out of the area. So it's just like, it's basically like local television versus larger syndication television. You're getting your listing out to a broader audience.
So
I have an itch on my nose.
So do I. It's weird. It's really weird. We're both itching our noses, and we're so close to each other
Feel
right
like
now.
a little tickle?
Yeah, there's
Yeah, me too.
And list with an agent in Ridgecrest.
What are you doing?
I am using your best friend and asking it a question. I own a home in Thousand Oaks, and I list with an agent in Ridgecrest. What's the benefit? And it's going, huh? Why would you do that?
Yeah, it's taking its own sweet time. But I just told you the benefit. You don't think that like the actual brain is
okay? So I would say yes to a degree. However, when I listed, because on the residential listing agreement, like number 32 or 33, it says you'll list with the agent's local MLS. My local MLS is Ridgecrest. That's my local MLS.
And well, that's a kind of a different topic. Should an agent advertise in an MLS outside of their area, because that the contract is just talking about locally. So is there a spot somewhere on the residential listing agreement, purchase listing agreement, that says, and they may advertise on an MLS outside of the local area?
Yes is the direct answer. You put your local MLS. Mine happens to be RAR. So I can put it. I put it on RAR, and then I could also put it on CRLMS. And for those who don't know what those are, don't know what those are, don't know what those are. Those are the different MLSs. And I'm doing exactly what you and I talk about. I am throwing out acronyms.
It's okay.
MLS, multiple listing agreement, and RAR is with our local multiple listing agreement company. Thousand Oaks.
So let's say I have a seller out here, and my residential listing agreement says that with your permission, I'm going to advertise locally. Is there a spot on the contract that says, and I also have permission from you to, okay, so you can't, with permission, you can expand it. I can put it on the Ridgecrest MLS if I am a member of it, right?
Correct. And that's where a lot of agents don't want to do.
Right, because it costs money.
Because you got to go join that local.
You got to join it. And so there's those fees are not cheap.
No. The one property, I'm seeing what this says about it. Thousand Oaks, local MLS in Thousand Oaks is served by Conejo Simi Moore Park Association of Realtors, CSMAR.
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 If you're a Ridgecrest and Ridgecrest isn't a member, they can join us as a secondary member and or co-list with a local member if their brokerages allow it. Some brokerages don't allow a co-list with a non-brokerage.
So, okay, so with all of that in mind, you're saying that you have experienced some agents that they want to come see homes that are for sale in your area because they have buyers that want to see those homes, right? And so they don't have access. It's the other way around.
The seller has contacted, I'll use a Bakersfield agent. The seller has contacted their BFF in Bakersfield and wants to sell their house.
Okay, so a Ridgecrest seller knows a Bakersfield agent, and they are using the Bakersfield agent to list their home. Bakersfield agent is listing their Ridgecrest home in Bakersfield.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's not good marketing.
However, it does give them a broader reach. I just quoted somebody who I'm looking at.
It does give broader reach, but they are not. I only think it's broader reach if they started by listing in the area in which the home is in and then goes outside of the area. So in my mind, it doesn't feel like broad reach if they are not being marketed on the local Ridgecrest MLS.
And in order to do that, that agent in Bakersfield would have to join the Ridgecrest MLS.
Or call Scott Miller and co-list.
Right. Or call Scott Miller and co-list. Because not doing that, it kind of is an ethics issue. Because it says right on the contract, you're going to list it in the local MLS. Before we went on the air, we were talking about the town of Trona. Trona is 30 miles east of myself, and that is part of our MLS. But there's a bunch of agents from San Bernardino that list up there. And when they list up there, I don't have access to that house unless they put a coded, like a combo lock on there.
Right.
Because the lockbox that we use here in Ridgecrest is only for Ridgecrest agents. And at some point, we're going to be, we being the local Ridgecrest market, we'll be updating our Supra lockboxes. That was really all hard to say. So I can give somebody a one-day code. And that to me is important. Is I don't want to give somebody a code. Say, yeah, the code's 1968, and there's no mechanism to track who opened it or when they opened it or how they opened it.
Right.
I want to be able to say, oh, well, I gave Jim Bob this code of 12/12/23, and he opened it, and all the blinds are broken in the house now. What happened? Or the door's unlocked, or there's a cat in the house, or a squatter in the house. How'd that happen? It makes it more challenging. I'm looking to see if they put anything else on here about this.
No, it makes sense because just yesterday I was showing a client of mine a home, and I had to contact the agent for the code. It was not a Supra box. It was a code lockbox. And that was fine. The only problem is sometimes agents don't get back to you. Luckily, this agent was real quick and got back to me, and I was able to access the home. But because it doesn't have that digital feature that I think is amazing now for safety and for a whole bunch of reasons, the Supra box has that digital feature. So when you open a Supra, the agent that Supra box belongs to has an app, and you get alerts, and there's data that comes along with each opening and closing of that Supra box, like you said. So you can track what agents have gone in and out, when and how long they were there. With the lockbox, that's just not there. It's an analog piece of equipment, if you will.
Right.
There's no digital tracking to it whatsoever. It works, but the safety features, there are none.
Right. And then when it comes to safety features, and then it happens to be around the corner behind the garbage cans on the gas line, and an agent wearing heels goes over around the corner behind the garbage cans, has to bend down, and then trips and falls.
Yes.
I
don't wear those spiky heels, Miller. You'll be a lot safer.
I should probably stop that. I was going to go with the big platforms, but I'm kidding.
I have a change of shoes in my car.
Well, you like to run, so yeah.
I can run from the cops in high heels, so I'm not worried.
Should we investigate that any further? Going back to an agent listing, say a Bakersfield agent listing in Ridgecrest, or even me trying to list a house in Thousand Oaks. Yes, I live there. I lived there for a long time. I haven't lived there in 11 years.
It's been a while.
I don't know the market down there. Yeah, I can go do a CMA and scope out the area and do all my due diligence. However, I still don't live there, and I don't know what's happening there. So I don't know that I would want to do a listing myself. I'm going to say in a place that's over 100 miles away. I can deal like where I'm at here in Ridgecrest. I have my Ridgecrest area, Trona, which is 30 miles east of me, California City, which is about 35 miles away, about 45 minutes, but it's still the same type of area. But I don't know that I want to list anything further than that as far as listing. Showing a house, okay, I can show a house all day long, even if it's in Thousand Oaks or Malibu. Should I? I don't know. And recently, the president of the California Department of Real Estate said kind of the same thing, and I am not quoting him now, but just because you can list a house in San Diego and you live here in Ridgecrest, should you? Do you know that area well enough? Can you do that? Can you do the proper due diligence for that customer? I think not. I think you should reach out to a local agent and partner with them and do the listing that way. A couple of weeks ago, I did some due diligence here in town, and my local MLS, I found 80 houses available in Ridgecrest on my local MLS. I did the same search on Zillow and found 144 houses. That's a significant difference. Those other people aren't listed with the local MLS. Should they be? Yes. Are they technically required to? Yes. They're not. And I don't guess, there's no teeth to that rule. And we were talking earlier, and there's a difference between a rule and a rule.
A rule and a law. There's a
Right,
difference between a rule and a law.
And I have asked that on a number of occasions in meetings. Is that a rule or a law? Well, that's what you're supposed to do. That's not the answer.
In other words, how big are the consequences?
Right. Do I get some cool silver bracelets?
Because I just want to be. I'm going to break it, whether it's a law or a rule. I just want to know: am I going to jail, or
is it just a don't do that, Miller? Yeah.
Or is it just a boop boop?
Yeah, oh, sorry, don't do that again. No, it's valid. I really think it's important for sellers to use your local realtors. Is they know they market. Man, I can really speak well today. They know their market. They know the other agents in the market, and especially up here, there's 74 agents in Ridgecrest now. Last year there was 140.
74. That's crazy. I want to know how many agents are in. Hold on one second. How many licensed real estate agents are in the Conejo Valley? I did the Conejo Valley because I think Ventura is like much, much bigger than. I don't know how big Ridgecrest is.
30,000 people.
Okay, so I'll have to go back and see what the population of Conejo Valley is, but this is not a precise number, but somewhere around 1,763 licensed agents.
Now,
let me see what the population is. What is the population of the Conejo Valley? Oh, not the Canal Valley. No, that's a different thing. Oh, well, we have a lot more people in the Conejo Valley than in Ridgecrest. 134,000. So like person to like, if you do, what did they say, per capita? What would, that'll be an interesting little, I'll do that calculation later.
I'm doing it right now in Ridgecrest. But yeah, it was today someone told me that number. I'm like, oh, isn't that interesting? And
what was your number for Ridgecrest licensed agents?
Someone said it was 70. I thought it was 80, so I'm going to say 75.
Under 100. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. Well, last year was 140. And
maybe like, well, they always say there's, 3% of the licensed agents in your area are the ones working. So would you say like there's like the ones that you see everywhere are what, 5, 10 of them?
Yeah, about 10.
Yeah. You being one of them.
Yeah. I have talking to ChatGPT to see what it says what the current membership is, but it's sometimes not as accurate. I built a backyard yard. I built a front yard the other day. I think I sent you pictures of me working in a front yard. And I said things not to do. I got a cactus splinter right there. And
wait, where?
Right there.
Oh,
right there. It hurts. I'm gonna bite it, chew on it, but then it'll get in my tongue, and I really won't like it. I was talking with a construction guy the other day, and he told me he had a house here in Ridgecrest that has had it listed for 3 years. It was that house that I did the virtual tour with you on. That you're like, you're gonna make me throw up. Stop it.
Only because of the movement, not because the house wasn't good. The house was great. It was the movement that was making me sick. Don't misrepresent the meaning behind it.
Yeah, the home is beautiful.
Yes. It was an interesting home.
Yes. Yes, it was. With the clown closet.
Yes, it was.
I said, what do you mean you've had it listed for 3 years? Yeah, I have it listed with a Bakersfield agent.
Right.
And I said, I've never seen this house.
That's
And
insane.
yeah, I'd never seen that house. I've been licensed for 4 years in Ridgecrest. Never seen it. Yeah, this is not correct. Wow. Oh, isn't that interesting?
We'll
So
do share.
Zillow shows 1,555 agents in Ridgecrest.
Zillow is just a big fat liar.
Century 21 Public Directory shows 1,053 agents tied to Ridgecrest.
Well, that's different. That's different.
Yeah, it says tied to. Fast Expert lists 127 tracks in Ridgecrest. Realtor.com displays 95 realtors in Ridgecrest.
Getting closer.
Yeah. Ridgecrest RAR notes over 40 member affiliates. It depending on the that's really funny. Depending on the source, anywhere from 100 to 1,500 agents in Ridgecrest.
That's like the disclaimer we give at the beginning of our show.
It kind of is.
Real broad.
Yeah, they're out there.
Somewhere in between here and there.
Yeah, somewhere between 100 and 1,500. It's like, well, what do you think it will sell for? More than $1.
More than one, less than 5,000, somewhere in that range.
Now it does say on here practical takeaways. The true local realtor community is best reflected by RAR's membership and their site at
and RAR. There you have it.
And that way you can, in some sites, inflate via statewide agents shown on local pages. That's interesting.
Only to you.
Yeah. And Realtors notes over 40 members and offices and affiliates. This office is agents with signals. Interesting. So just going back to what we just doing a big circle back on everything.
Oh, good, because I want to move on really quick before we
have. Let's go ahead and move. Let's move on.
Circle, be done, please. God, finish.
So the moral of this whole conversation is really, as a home seller, reach out to your local people. Although you may have your BFF in Bakersfield,
yes,
you are not doing yourself a favor. Yes, they may charge you 1%. I'm going to be kind of a schmuck and say you get what you pay for.
And there you have it.
Yeah. Okay, your turn, go.
Have you read any good books lately, Miller?
I have.
What did you read?
1 Minute Manager. How to Win Friends and Influence People.
You know what I find really interesting? 1 Minute Manager.
Yes.
I just got done reading with my team the 12-week year.
Is that the one I tried to help you? That's the one I tried to.
Yes. I rejected your shortcut and I did the work.
Uh-huh.
And I want everybody to know that I did the work and I'm still doing the work. But what I find interesting is yours is the 1 Minute Manager. Mine is the 12-week year. Totally valid. This is all about managing your time and keeping focused on your goals and building your goals. This is not a quarterly business idea. This is not like, let's work on first quarter, second quarter, third and fourth, and then see where we land on December 25th. This is about treating every 12 weeks as if it's a whole year. Valid, good stuff in here. I also find, because I come from my mind is also, health, wellness, fitness, meditation, slowing down. I find it interesting that in business, many, many books are entitled How to Do More in Less Time. Basically, the 1 Minute Manager, 12 weeks, 12-week year. It's all valid. I understand it's all got its purpose and its reasons. But I just, sometimes aren't we also kind of entering this place in our life because of our age where we actually don't want to, do we always want to do more?
Work smarter, not harder.
Right. So that brings me to but I actually do believe that this 12-week year is actually, yes, about working smarter, not harder, because it keeps, if you pay attention to the system and the ideas that it provides, it actually streamlines your efforts and it can get you to your goals in a quicker way, where you don't feel like, I think I've used this term a couple times this week, running around town with your ass on fire, trying to put out the everyday fires and never getting to the meat and potatoes of your actual goals, whether they're business goals, personal goals, financial goals, spiritual goals, relationship goals. If we're always just trying to deal with what is just in front of us, we never get to the roots of our success, to build our success with a good, solid foundation. So it was an interesting book. My team is implementing the process, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how it all works out. We're not looking at the upcoming year and saying, what do you want to accomplish by December of 2026? We're looking at the next 12 weeks. We're not looking at a year anymore. We're looking at 12 weeks. And when that 12 weeks is up, we are taking 1 week to create our next 12 weeks. And of course, a lot of those goals can overlap and like fold into, because we have short-term and long-term goals. So a lot of those long-term goals will roll into our next 12 weeks. But at some point, those long-term goals are going to be short-term goals because we have moved through the process of achieving them. So it is going to be in a very interesting little experiment.
I think that's awesome. I don't know that I want to live a year in 12 weeks though.
It's not about that. I know.
I was like, wow.
It's not really about that. Okay. It's just basically like, how many times, especially in business and in sales, we've both been in sales for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes. How many times you don't have enough fingers and toes, Miller, to count how many times you've been in your November, December year-end wrap up and goals for next year, and you do whatever little exercise they give you, and this is your goals for next year, and then those goals get tucked away and you're supposed to hit those goals by December, and then in October you go, oh yeah, where were those goals? Where did I put those? Oh yeah, look. Oh yeah, I forgot I put that. Like, this is to avoid that pitfall.
I like that. You're gonna make me go read that book, aren't you? Oh, wait, I have my.
No, I'm not gonna make you do anything. Go back to your 1-minute manager.
I can go and look at the way that I sent what I sent you.
Cheater, pumpkin eater. You're not allowed to do that.
I could go back. Where is it? I can go find it. I could go do that.
It won't be the same.
How do you know? Did you look at it?
Nope. Because I know that putting in the work is what makes it so.
Fine.
I'm with that, Mr. Miller.
Yeah. Fine.
But I'm all about, I don't know if I'm a big shortcut person, and listen, I've used ChatGPT. I use it a lot. I use it for stuff. I really do. I'm not knocking you.
Wait, are you a convert to ChatGPT now?
I'm not converting. I'm using. I'm a user, not a converter. But I'm kind of like a school of hard knocks. I think it's my generation. I think it's because of growing up with learning disabilities before they were really actually diagnosed, and major dyslexia as a kid. I had speech impediments when I was a kid. I had pigeon-toed feet when I was a kid. I mean, wow. If I was a duckling born in the wild, I would have not made it. And I just, so I'm kind of like school of hard knocks. I keep going. And I actually, even though I don't like falling flat on my face, that's how I learn. I learn best, I learn best by getting knocked around and figuring out where those punches are coming from, bob and weave and figure it out.
So that
So
means
I don't like ChatGPT because I don't get to fall on my face with ChatGPT. I don't learn by using chat.
I can have Mark trip you.
He's tried. I see
Oh.
he did it once, and now I know.
I wasn't expecting that response, but yeah, fine.
Now I
So-
know, and now I can listen. I am fast. I know when he's coming at me. I'm fast.
Where'd you go? Yes. Well, we have talked. That was like the fastest 31 minutes on the history of 31 minutes. You know, that was fast.
That was fast.
It was fast.
That was fast.
So Rachel talked to me this morning or this afternoon, whatever day it was, before I took a nap this afternoon because I'm old. Fell asleep in my chair. And said we are going to really sit down and we're going to plan out what we're going to talk about, because today was kind of a freestyle.
And guess how I am going to make our podcast forecast possible? Guess how I'm going to do that?
ChatGPT? That's not ChatGPT. Okay, fine. That was really funny though. I liked my ChatGPT idea. But no, I see how that.
I actually did use ChatGPT real quick too, though, just so you know.
Yes, I like my ChatGPT. I gotta figure out how do you get splinters out of your hand with that are cactus.
Well, let's go offline and I can tell you how to do that. We're 32 minutes, so let's say goodbye. Hey, Mr. Miller, how do people get a hold of you?
Words right out of my mouth. You can reach me at 760-264-3501, 760-264-3501, or homeswithscottkmiller.com, homeswithscottkmiller.com. Rachel, how do people get a hold of you?
Rachel@gratishomes.com is my email, and rachelmoreno.gratishomes.com is my website.
Woohoo!
You can also say hi to me on social media.
Social media. Only on social media? Okay, fine. So, Coolio, well, I'm going to go scratch my hand off.
Oh, God, thank God. I didn't know where that was going. I'm going to help you with that. Let's say goodbye to our non-audience.
Very well. Very good, everybody. Take care. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
I'm Scott, and I'm Miller. That's Rachel. And we'll talk soon, everybody. Take
Adios.
care. And in stream.